flying visit into Ironbridge down at the Abraham Darby kiln. Scaffolding is now done. I said it was going to be like 6 or 7 weeks, but they managed to do it in like 3 weeks. We've put a load of tarpaulin and sheeting over the kiln just to protect it while the scaffolding was going up. In the new year now, we're going to be back. We're going to sheet up all the handrails, all the boarding and walkways, all these display signs. We'll box all these in, get these protected as well. But the scaffolding, wow, what a piece of kit this is. We'll have a look there after, some huge beams spanning across there and then a massive deck, crash deck up top. And here we are, right at the top. We've put this crash deck in now. Got this section running down the middle, right up into the apex. And then these 2 lower decks, 1 at each side, because like I was saying, what we need to do is get to these beams with this corrosion on here, check all these out, and repaint all these steels as well. All the apex, purlins, windbracers, the lot. And it's tiered all the way down, so each deck we can get in, do the steel repairs on the purlins and clean off all this. I think we're going to doff clean it, it's full of dirt. So we'll get it all washed off. And then right at the very apex of the building, right on top. Some of these, again, we've got rust coming through here and here that we're going to have to address. Just discussing whether it's worth sandblasting the tops of these purlins. I think it's going to be quicker than grinding them, and I think there'll be that much of it to do. It'll warrant sandblasting. And also we can get a better surface preparation on the steel by sandblasting it rather than trying to grind it. I think that's going to be the way forward with this, and then we can load it with a really zinc rich paint that will protect that top section before we then paint the whole structure. This is one that we've just found that is actually rusted through, right through the purlin, and you see it's all jacked up on this undersurface here, but big hole. I think we're going to find issues like that throughout this whole building on these purlins. That's going to be one of the biggest things, and it's a hidden mystery at the minute until this roof comes off. We just don't know what the extent's going to be. We're just looking at these windows. We're going to take all the windows out the front of this building and put new gaskets in. All the gaskets have shrunk and there's big gaps in it, so the windows are actually leaking water in. So when we get going, these will all come out, new seals in, and then we're just looking at some details. So there's some sill details that are really poor that we need to improve as well. You can just see, where are we? There and there and over there, where the gaskets are actually hanging out of the windows. Well, there's one right up there as well. We're also going to put an access road in. We've put this temporary road in that I showed you in the last video, but right down this side here on this grass verge, we're going to ram up and put some reinforcing mesh down and MOT it so that we've got an access road in. Our cabin is being relocated round on that side, and we'll have van parking down there as well. I took an absolute battering over the last few days, or last few weeks while these guys have been here scaffolding. We've got external scaffolders coming next week, I think, yeah, next Monday, just for next week before Christmas. They're going to actually start on the external of the building, putting that scaffolding up. So then first week back in the new year, our lads are coming, got some more sheeting up to do inside, but the lads are coming to remove all the cladding off the roof, and we'll just have an exposed structure then that we can get cracking and start doing the repairs to the frame and basically getting going on the project. Like I said, this roadways just took a bit of a beating. It's just done nothing but rain for the last 3 weeks, so any ruts in it now are, like you see, full of water. But I think we're going to look at putting something a bit more permanent in here. So we'll be back probably in the new year, and we'll see what happens when we get going and see what the structure's like, and then we'll be into repairing and restoring the kiln as well. I keep calling it a kiln, it's not a kiln, it's a furnace. And I did this on the last video, and I noticed when I watched it back, and I'm like, no, it's a furnace. Why are you saying kiln? It is a furnace. So anyway, catch you in a bit.